You're listening to an African Elements top news story for June 6, 2025. Please visit our website at africanelements.org for more daily news. Texas Higher Ed, DEI Ban Fallout, by Darius Spearman, African Elements. A profound shift grips Texas's esteemed higher education system. Lawmakers passed new rules curtailing diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts. Many believe these changes threaten to reshape the academic landscape. They also raise deep concerns about fairness and opportunity, particularly within the African American community. In 2023, Texas adopted a ban on DEI offices and associated activities at its public universities and colleges. Supporters stated this ban would prevent what they called political activism and wasteful spending. This move marked a significant departure from previous efforts to make campuses more welcoming and equitable for everyone. For students and faculty of color, especially those from the African diaspora, these changes could hinder progress towards a truly representative educational environment. DEI simply means diversity, equity, and inclusion. These initiatives work to ensure that all students and staff feel welcome and respected on campus. Variety or diversity considers the many different identities within a college, including racial, ethnic, and gender backgrounds. Furthermore, equity means breaking down barriers so that all groups, especially those often left out, have a fair chance to succeed. Finally, inclusion builds a place where everyone feels valued and can fully participate. These efforts aim to make education better for everyone. They foster understanding across different groups. DEI offices often work to address deep-seated issues that affect marginalized groups. This work can be seen as political because it challenges existing power structures. For example, supporting students from underserved communities involves changing policies that might hold them back. Such efforts are important for creating campuses where African American students can thrive. They ensure these students have the resources needed to overcome historical disadvantages. This focus on fairness, however, is sometimes mislabeled as promoting a specific political agenda rather than ensuring equal access and opportunity. The 2023 DEI ban specifically targeted public universities and colleges. Now, Republicans are pushing to expand this prohibition to public schools across the state. The proposed bill would stop schools from creating policies about race, ethnicity, gender identity, or sexual orientation. Advocates for this expansion argue that DEI policies are wasteful and ineffective. Conversely, opponents maintain they are crucial for fostering inclusivity. One direct impact has already come to light. A survey revealed that 6 out of 10 LGBTQ+ students in Texas felt negatively affected by the DEI ban. This ban has created an atmosphere where these students feel less supported. While specific data for African American students is not provided, DEI initiatives are essential for all marginalized groups, including those from the African diaspora. Therefore, it is reasonable to expect that African American students also experience reduced support systems and fewer initiatives addressing systemic inequalities. This potential outcome could undermine efforts to create truly equitable representation within higher education. The Texas legislature has also passed Senate Bill 37, a measure giving the state substantial power over higher education curricula. This bill limits what professors can teach, thereby undermining the ability to prepare students fully for the modern workforce. Faculty members have expressed concerns that this could lead to a brain drain, where talented students and researchers leave Texas for places with more academic freedom. In addition, legislative actions aim to reduce faculty influence over curriculum and hiring decisions. This move represents a broader effort to increase state oversight in higher education. Curricular restrictions can severely limit the topics and methods professors use in their teaching and research. This also means students may miss out on diverse perspectives and critical thinking skills essential for a dynamic workforce. The cumulative effect of these policies could diminish the quality of education in Texas. It also makes the state less appealing for students and scholars committed to academic rigor and diverse intellectual inquiry. The Texas political and educational landscape is certainly undergoing significant transformation. Recent legislative trends show a clear move towards state intervention in educational autonomy and DEI initiatives. Laws like SB 37 aim to control certain topics and reduce the focus on diversity and inclusion. This reflects a broader shift towards tighter state control over educational content and policies, creating an environment that many perceive as restrictive. While the provided information does not detail specific legal challenges, it is common for such policies to face legal scrutiny. Ongoing lawsuits could potentially lead to policy changes or even reversals. DEI initiatives are truly vital for supporting marginalized groups. They address systemic injustice by providing essential support systems and cultivating inclusive environments. This support is crucial for fostering a sense of belonging among students from all walks of life. It also ensures equal opportunities for their success. For African American students and those from the African diaspora, DEI offices often serve as critical lifelines. These offices provide safe spaces, mentorship, and resources to help navigate academic and social challenges. They also work to dismantle barriers that disproportionately affect these populations. The removal or weakening of DEI resources can therefore exacerbate existing inequalities, making higher education less accessible and supportive for students who already face unique struggles. The debate about wasteful spending around DEI often overlooks the substantial benefits and intangible value these programs bring to the entire student body, especially those who have historically been excluded from higher education's full promise. True excellence in education requires acknowledging and supporting the unique journeys of all students. The legislative actions taken in Texas represent a significant challenge to the traditional vision of higher education. They also raise important questions about the future of diversity and intellectual freedom within the state. The push to control curriculum and reduce faculty influence could result in a less dynamic educational environment. This could affect the preparation of Texas students for a complex, globalized world. Concerns about a brain drain are valid, as top talent may move to states that value academic autonomy and inclusive practices. This outcome would ultimately harm Texas's long-term intellectual and economic competitiveness. For African American communities, these changes carry a heavy weight. Access to higher education and the full supportive experience it offers is essential for upward mobility and the dismantling of systemic barriers. The weakening of DEI initiatives and the imposition of restrictive curricular controls threaten to roll back progress made towards equitable educational opportunities. Instead, they may widen achievement gaps. As these legislative trends continue, the conversation needs to focus on how to ensure that all students, regardless of background, can access a high-quality, inclusive education that truly prepares them for the future. The choices made today will undoubtedly shape the educational landscape of Texas for generations to come, and the impact on diverse student populations, particularly those from the African diaspora, deserves particular attention and advocacy. Copyright African Elements.